Hey y'all, we're here for another episode of Truth Carpet
Yeah,
with your besties.
yeah,
I'm Yaski and this
yeah,
is Monie and we
yeah.
sipping on LoveLoudd's tea. Bow. She gonna wow.
Literally no tea in front of us,
No
but yes.
tea. Yeah, no mug tea today. But hey y'all, welcome back for another episode. I'm excited to be here
Yeah,
in your
yeah, yeah.
ear another day.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray.
Hooray. Hey, okay. Anyway,
Welcome
we
y'all
here.
for the third time.
We here.
Yes.
Episode 7 of season 4. What's up?
Sorry y'all, this is the driest welcoming.
It don't feel wet too.
I don't know what to say.
Split splash. Split splash. Now it's wet.
Oh my God. My cheeks hurt now. Okay, so let's start with our check-in. How are you doing, Moni?
I'm great. I feel wonderful. You want to know why?
Because it's nice outside.
Yeah, it's nice and warm
that was my
outside. Like it's been some nice ass days to be outside.
Yes, you see her outfit?
Right. It's
giving cha-cha-cha.
Skin is out because the sun is out and it feels real good. Sky is beautiful. The buds are budding.
Oh man, so many
flowers are blooming. You know what I'm saying? Allergies is popping. You know, it's a beautiful time of the year, and I'm like, if this is just a hint as to what summer will feel like, it's about to be a hot ass summer.
Yeah,
it's about to be a hot ass summer because it's only been like in the 70s, and it's like, wow, this feels amazing.
When I texted you the other day, it was 60 something, and it was hot.
But
there was no clouds either. Yeah, it was really beautiful outside. But anything else aside from the weather? Are you just excited about the weather?
No, the weather is making me excited and hopeful, and it's blooming outside, so I'm blooming and glowing. It's just a great time to be outside. So I'm about to be outside. So when you see me on the socials, mind your business when you see me outside every day because I'm getting my mental health on. It's still May, it's still Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah,
taking some mindfulness walks in this beautiful ass weather is what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Period.
Yeah, it is really nice though. I really like this time of year, especially when seeing like all the flowers blooming. That makes me happy.
I'm the weird friend if you didn't notice. If you're watching and didn't notice, I just have to let you know. I just do random stuff. I'm excited too. I've been happy recently, except the other day when my stomach was hurting really badly. It's better now, not 100%, but better. But I'm excited to ride a bicycle. I did it, I think only once last year in July. And
you have a bike?
No, we did city bikes, whatever it's called, city bike. I think it was that in Prospect Park, and it was fun but nerve wracking at the same time because it was like I haven't ridden a bike in so long, but the bike had gears, and I never, at least I don't remember. Maybe I just always had my bike set, and I don't know how to use the gears, but I didn't know how to use the gears, and then there were hills inside the park, and then other bikers like with the outfits and everything.
With the outfits,
like they got the little booty pads on their butt, like they knew what they was doing with the sunglasses. They were out there going fast and like honking at me, like move over kind of thing. So like stuff like that, it felt like I was a new driver again. But I look forward to doing it again because this is the perfect weather for it. I don't like doing it when it's too hot. Yeah. So even though I said July, it wasn't really scorching hot that day. And sometimes, biking, you cool off because you're going in the wind if you're going fast enough. But yeah, just like biking and different other activities as well too. Like it was really nice being outside with a friend and their friends this weekend and just like being beautiful. Like it was just so nice to wear. Like it wasn't planned, but everybody had on spring colors and like just like melanin just like flourishing in the springtime. Like it just feels so good. And I think what makes it more exciting is it wasn't expected. Like we've been having all this rain and storms and everything, and then all of a sudden it's like, son, is that you? Like this is beautiful.
Right. Washing away all that stuff.
Yeah.
Bringing in that new.
Yeah. Okay. I needed to wash away that pollen because my allergies at first were like horrible. They're okay now. Like my eye, it's just, but aside from some
crazy
things,
yesterday, I wanted to take my eyes out and put them to the side.
Yeah. Unscrew the nose, put that down for me, the throat, everything. But right now I'm stabilized. Like I don't have to use my allergy pill every day like I did last month.
Yeah, see, that makes me want to think about the last time I rode a bike. I don't know. Now I'm like, maybe I should go ahead and hop my ass on a city bike and ride around through the park. Yeah. But I ain't thinking about dusting off my skates.
Yeah.
Getting back on my skates, rolling through the park with my skates.
Everything
on the basketball court on my skates. Because I got skates. And it's that time of the year to be back outside on my skates.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that too. And hopefully I can actually learn to be more comfortable on the skates and actually learn how to use my muscles to go backwards. Like that was so hard for me. You did good.
I did my best.
But it was like this is so hard. I'm not moving. I'm not going backwards. Like I know how it's supposed to be done, but my body is not doing it. So like it really takes a lot of work. So kudos to all those people who know how to skate really well out there. Kudos to those people who have bikes. Kudos to Lyft making it possible for me to be able to rent bikes. Yeah. So I could ride around.
It's gonna be lit.
They get it.
I'm excited.
It ain't mine, but I'm getting it.
It's gonna be in the summertime. Like it's gonna be real lit because it's gonna be so hot. I feel like the sun is just gonna be melting.
Okay.
It's gonna be lit, literally.
Do you have anything planned for the summer?
Family vacation. That's the only thing really planned right now. And Beyonce. Going to see Beyonce in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that, family vacation to where we going? Australia, Alaska.
Yes, that's nice.
Family vacation cruise for 10 days and Beyonce. That's the only thing I have planned for the summer right now.
Yeah.
But that's
Beyonce's my only plan too. And it's exciting because every time like I mention it or like something comes about, I'm finding out more and more people are going. Because I think last time she had, I could be wrong, but I feel like she probably had one in New York and Jersey, but now it's just Jersey. So New Yorkers are coming to Jersey, and one of our friends, I'll tell you after recording, from the Midwest is coming to Jersey to that concert too. So I'm like, okay, like this is exciting. Like it's not just the people that I booked with, it's gonna be more people. Like we need to have a Beyonce party for the party.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Beyonce party for the concert.
Yeah, that would be so much fun.
Like fun.
So I'm excited about that for the summer. Other than that, I don't have any like big plans. Maybe
relaxing because I'll be off for the summer. School's gonna be over. It's already June.
Throw it in my face.
It's already June.
Throw it in my face.
Summer break. Okay, can I get an amen?
I'm looking
out there. And all the teachers out there, amen. We need a break. We deserve it. We are well deserving.
I'm looking forward to that too, honestly, because that means I can leave home later and still get to work on time because there's less traffic. Like when kids go to school, I don't know, it just seems like there's so much traffic. Yeah. And then the parking by my job is like horrible. So that won't be an issue because the teachers aren't coming to work. So I can find better parking. I'm gonna pay for parking.
Oh, do you get summer Fridays at your job? Do y'all do summer Fridays? Like, you get off early on Fridays during the summer?
I can't talk about that on the mic.
Fridays are a thing at some companies. Like, some companies give you summer Fridays where you get off early on Fridays. One of my jobs has summer Fridays.
Technically, my job does not have summer Fridays. Have a good day.
Maybe they should implement summer Fridays. I don't know. Summer Fridays are a good thing. There's ways to celebrate the summer.
Summer every day will be a good thing. Done. Summer every day.
Let us know. Does your job have summer Fridays? If not, you should petition for summer Fridays. I think it's a great incentive for employees to have summer Fridays. Get off a little early. Or maybe at least 2 Fridays off a month or something,
I would like to go to Atlantic City and gamble some this summer.
I actually want to do that. I haven't been to Atlantic City yet. I want to check it out. I want to check it out. I've never been yet, and that's definitely on my list of things to do. So, Atlantic City, here we come.
I think that's pretty much it for our check-in.
Yeah, it is.
For our rundown.
Bada bing, bada boom. I'm about to give it to you. So, today, in today's show for episode 8 of Truth Carpet, season 4, we are going to be in the icebreaker answering the question, when do you feel most comfortable with yourself? It's still in spring, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So we're going to be breaking down what we do to feel most comfortable with ourselves. In Tweet 223, I'm about to be dropping you with a little piece, another throwback one from back in the day. Then we're going to head over into the hot topic segment. We are talking about spring cleaning, okay? What it does for your mental health, what it does for you physically, different tips and tricks on spring cleaning. What do we do for spring cleaning? Okay, let's jump into this conversation. Okay, because spring cleaning is just more than physical. All right. We're going to talk about that. Then heading on over into our Dorm Story segment, we are going to be giving you 10 questions to ask yourself during spring cleaning to help you decide what to keep, what to get rid of, out with the old, in with the new, things of that nature. And then heading on over to the announcement segment where there is something for everyone. Make sure you tune in so you don't miss out on nothing. All right? So that's the rundown for today. So now we're going to head on over into the icebreaker. She's still shy with oh, dang. I actually got a maraca for you, too. I'm going to give it to you.
Thank you, best friend. We're back.
And I gave her
my maraca. Thank you, Monie. Thank you. So for our icebreaker segment, we are asking each other,
yes,
when do you feel most comfortable with yourself?
When I'm naked.
Oh.
That's not my answer.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because I know two people who like to walk around their apartments naked. There are nudists out there, you know?
There are nudists out there. I'm not one of them. So I can start if you don't mind.
Would you do that though? Like if you had your own apartment, no even if it was like a skyrise, everybody can see you.
My own apartment. I walked around naked in my own apartment.
Like no underwear at all?
Been in the bathroom like, ooh, forgot to grab a little something, had to do.
But like, I mean, like just like throughout the day, like no clothes on at all.
I've done that before. I mean, it's your own space, your own apartment, like especially in LA in the summertime, it's real cold. But yeah, I've done that before. I don't think it's odd. I don't think it's odd to do that though, especially when you live by yourself, you know, or just in a robe, flaunting all of your greatness, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Let it hide, baby. Anywho, I feel most comfortable with myself when I'm consistent with my daily routine. And I think it just says something to, I don't know what it does to me mentally, but like when I fall off of doing something, it just makes me feel completely different. So like my morning meditation, making my bed, listening to my music in the morning, coming home after work, lighting a candle, or it's, you know, an incense or anything like essential oils, letting something burn in the room, taking a shower to wash off the day after work. Like there's just certain things in my routine that I have to do to just make me feel complete. So that's when I feel most comfortable with myself, just maintaining a certain routine that keeps me mentally stable so I don't feel like I'm going crazy. Because sometimes that even includes, it just depends on my day to day and my week to week. But I might replace my meditation with journaling, or I might replace it with coloring. I think it just depends on what I want to do in order to relax. But the most consistent thing is starting my day off with music and ending my day with washing the day off of me and playing. I play music when I come home as well, and light my candle or my essential oils, like to help me unwind for the day. So it's like in the morning, I'm playing like music to get me hyped to wake me up. By the time I come home, I'll probably tone it down to just R&B or some jazz music to help me unwind for the evening.
That's interesting because I'm the opposite. I don't like hype music in the morning. Like I love listening to segments on the radio stations when I do listen to the radio. But once I hear like something that I feel like quote unquote is not appropriate, I know there's no such thing, but for me, this song is not appropriate for the morning. Like I switched to 107.5 or something like that. Like slow it down a little bit until the afternoon. Yeah. So it's just funny or interesting for me that we're the opposite in that way. Yeah, unless it's a Saturday morning, but if it's like a work morning.
Work morning, she has to keep it smooth out. I listen to gangster music on my work. What's up?
But I'm gonna have a good day, or I ain't interested today.
Hey,
that's a good morning song though.
Yeah, it's upbeat music. I can't do slow jams in the morning. Okay. Even gospel. I listen to gospel in the morning, but I can't listen to the slow gospel song. I'm like, I gotta be the upbeat. Everybody say it doesn't matter the genre. It's gotta be upbeat in the morning.
Okay. My simple answer was I feel most comfortable with myself when I'm in my bed, the blankets on me, slanted to my left hand side with the TV on, but I'm not watching because I'm playing the game
You
on
keep
my
playing
phone.
games on your phone.
I love to play the games on my phone. That's why I'm most comfortable because I feel like in those moments I don't feel like I'm overthinking about anything else, whether it's LoveLoudd related, whether it's my 9 to 5 related, whether it's dating related, whether it's family related, anything like that. It's just like I'm in my own little yaya land. Like even though the TV is on and I keep rewinding because I'm like I'm supposed to be watching this show, but I'm in my game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just like to get lost in whatever I'm doing. On the left side of my bed, turn to my left side.
Specifically the left side.
Yes.
Leaning on the left side. Don't forget the left.
Yes.
Right.
But sometimes I prop myself up. I put like my memory foam pillow behind me, and I lean like this, and I put my little kid like an old lady. But the interesting thing is, so the games that I have, which takes me to the more intricate part that you have said, um, the games that I have are always um like like for your mind. So I got onto those because I'm not a person, even how much I want to be, I'm not a person that wakes up and meditate or listen to soft things to like wake up my mind. The birds are out there chirping, but I don't listen to that. I wake up and I grab my phone and I play a mind provoke like a thing that's gonna wake my mind, my brain up. So right now that game is Sudoku. And it's funny because I always looked at my mom like, why do you want to play this number game? Like, it's so weird. Like, what's going on here? How do you even figure out what goes in what box? And now I'm finding myself doing that. Like, I'm growing into my mom. Even some years ago, it was she read books, and I hated reading books. But now that's also for me now one thing that I enjoy doing. So sometimes if I catch myself watching TV too much, then I found comfort in reading, like reading a book, even if it's a chapter or a certain amount of pages that day, just to like I said in the question of the month or the podcast, that I like to create the images in my own mind. But my comfort, like the whole day, not just a specific thing, is the same as yours. Just like having a set thing that I do. And it's not every day, I can't say, because my schedule now is different because sometimes I have clients late at night. So I wake up the next morning late. So I can't have that same, like before it was smoothie while I'm driving and this while I'm doing that. And now it can't be that because now I'm waking up later the next day and now I missed my smoothie time. So I'm trying to like rebalance in that way. But when I do feel off, when I do feel knocked off my schedule, I don't feel comfortable and like my mind goes crazy. The same thing when I have so much laundry or when my space looks a mess, I feel knocked off. So I have to bounce back. But yeah, left side of the bed, turn to the left, TV on, game. That's when I feel
Is that just the background noise?
We're wasting electricity.
This made me think of something too that I want to add to my regimen of things that I have, coloring books, journaling, things like that. Word search puzzles. Because you were talking about like being on your phone. I hate being like doing stuff on my phone. First of all, it's just like having the screen to my face and having to do things. So like, which is why I need to get a new iPad because I prefer if I'm going to do something like that. I rather like I used to play games all the time on my iPad opposed to my phone. And then word search, but like sometimes just having that physical, just paper in your hand. I got to give me some word search books now. So yeah, I actually miss doing those. They're actually a lot of fun for me. And it's a way to like to concentrate and learn new words.
Yeah, I used to do that with my with my coworker, but we didn't like play together. We just like looked at each other's phone, like who had the most points. But that was my thing at one point, a word search. And then it was like this little cashier thing, like just like different games that like spark my brain. So right now I'm stuck on Sudoku. We'll see by July if I'm on another game. But yeah.
All right, and that is our icebreaker. Let us too early.
Oh, sorry.
Let us know in the comments what you do when you're feeling most comfortable. Or how do you feel most comfortable with yourself? We would love to know what it is that you want to do in your world. Okay, and intertwine the conversation. Let us know.
Let us know how you feel.
Hey, I like that. Let us know how you flow. And now we about to go into Sweet 223. I was about to say, now you could. Let's go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Suite 223, where you will be seduced by me with a piece that I have that is technically a TBT. It's not Thursday, but I wanted it to rhyme. Anyway, this is a throwback from the collections of poems when I was a teenager called A Teenage Heart. If you've tuned in before, you've heard a piece from one of these. They usually don't have a title. It's usually like poem number 12. But this one actually has a title, and it's the last one in the series, and it's entitled Survival. Here we go. Lessons learned from a lesson given, feeling imprisoned by the bars of life. Hard to escape and constantly watching your back because others are watching you. It's true. This is not TV, it's real. Call it reality. No way to change the channel when you get tired of another. You gotta face it with open eyes. Truths and lies surround you, no place to hide. Feels like paparazzi, your business no longer yours. Exploring for solutions to maintain identity, self-sanity, and self-worth. Thinking, what's the point of living if you're going to get hurt? And trying to survive gets hard while pain pierces your soul. All is eliminated, nobody cares, no one to hold. While your tears transform into waterfalls nonstop, causing one to drown. The storm is never over, the drought is yet to come. But to survive through it all is a lesson learned from a lesson given, being imprisoned by the bars of life. Thank you.
That felt like a lot. It felt heavy and light at the same time. It made me feel like the person was given a life and they're trying to figure it out, but they don't know which way to go because there's no trust. There's confusion all the way all around them. They can't hide away from it because then they're not living life. It really feels heavy.
Life is a lot.
Yeah.
Especially as a teenager. Think from the perspective of a teenager, where like you want to grow out of this phase, but you're still technically a child, but you're so close to being an adult, but of course you're not respected as one because there's still so much growing and learning that you have to do. I don't want you in my business, but I understand why you have to be in my business, but there's just some things that I just want to keep to myself. I don't want to tell all of my business. But if I tell you my business, I don't want you to tell my auntie or my uncle. Mm-hmm. Like it's just yeah. From the series of poems that I wrote, it was all between the ages, I want to say between 16 and 18.
I'm sorry, that wasn't meant to put it down.
But this one specifically, as far as I remember writing it, this was the first poem I ever wrote where I started it and I ended it with the same line. Yeah. That's the first time I ever tried to do that. I don't know where I got the inspiration from, but as I was writing it, I remember that like the beginning and the end, it felt like they kind of blend. Like you start life one way, you end it one way, and then the in between can be a blur. Like we start our life as a child, and essentially by the end of it, as an older person, you kind of repeat being like having to be taken care of as a child, not being able to do things for yourself. So it's like we go through this cycle of growing and learning, and it kind of goes like that. Just the cycle of what our lives look like. But then the in-between is just, it's blurred lines, like gaining an understanding of like what you know based on what you learned from someone else. Like I can take your advice and put it into my own perspective. It's a matter of like how I take that advice, how I want to have it implemented into my life. So yeah, topsy-turvy, whirlwind of life, trying to just figure it all out and navigate through this crazy world.
Crazy it is.
The bars of life, imprisoned by the bars of life, survival.
We all are in some kind of bars.
Very true.
Unfortunately.
Thanks for sharing. Free. Yes.
Oh, Just so
Sex yourself free. We are survivors. We ain't gonna give up. We ain't gonna stop. We gonna work harder.
okay, Destiny. Thanks for sharing your poem with us. Thank you. I'm gonna do it like that every time.
Oh God!
You gotta shake from the top down. Thank you.
Oh my God! You're starting to sound like a tambourine.
Oh yeah. Well, how does someone rock them? It sounds like okay, now it's time for our sweet.
No, we just see what happens. See what happens when you distract the brain with the shaking of the marathi. You just mixed up the flow. Yo, that is the end of Sweet 223. Let us know what you think about the piece.
Yes.
And while you think about that, we're going to head on over into our hot topic segment. You want to take us away?
Yes. Hot topic.
Whoa! Wow. Do you need something to drink?
No.
Is your throat dry?
I was trying not to laugh. Okay, hold on.
Wow, I think we might just have to transition on over.
So this hot topics. We're in a hot topic segment. We're in a hot topic segment. Yeah.
Still trying to find a segment song.
Welcome to our hot topic segment with Monie and I will be talking about spring cleaning. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are in spring officially. The weather is breaking. It's now, the months are now understanding that April showers bring May flowers.
Oh, yes, and they are definitely blooming.
Yes, it's going to rain though, but while we're sleeping. But we're happy to have the sunshine. So there's like this thing, you know, that people know around this time that you go into your closets and some people go into their gutters and they clean them out.
Yes, all that mess.
Yes, but why?
Why?
How did spring cleaning become a thing?
How? How did it? Are you going to tell them or am I?
Monie, let the people know.
Beautiful. So, most researchers, I need water. Yo.
Are you okay?
What's wrong with you today? Let me try this again. Most researchers trace spring cleaning origin to the Persian New Year, which coincidentally falls on the first day of spring. During this time, the entire house is cleaned. Apart from this, some suggestions predict that spring cleaning dates to the ancient Jewish practice of cleaning before Passover, which is also a springtime festival. The religious beliefs aside, after the 18th century, most people in wet and continental climates prefer to clean and dust during March. The reason it is that it's often warm enough during March to open the doors and windows, and the wind can carry dust out of the house. Apart from this, it is not warm enough for insect problems. So, a little info from DallasMaids.com about history of spring cleaning. Why is it done in the spring?
It all makes sense. And two things that come to mind is when you saying that it's the Persian New Year.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people who, including myself, like to clean for the new year. Like it's a new year, I want to start off well, so everything dusted off, old food thrown out. You know, different traditions. Walk into the house with money in your pocket, like different things.
Yeah,
so cleaning is a part of that for me. And then also one thing that was mentioned was you know, the religious belief in the cultures who practice this.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought, because of how hard they go on social media about like why they clean, whether it's New Year or spring cleaning in general, I thought it was like if I was going to read about a culture that came up with it, like Caribbeans, because they always talk about like how you have to get on your hands and knees with the washcloth and clean the baseboards and did you wash your walls and stuff like that. So I would have thought they would have been in the mix, but this is really interesting to find out, you know, why we call it spring cleaning. and why this time of year?
I honestly just thought it was from the quote, April showers bring May flowers. If you wash out the old and bring in the new. That's honestly what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Plus the tradition of having to do it at home every single year.
Yeah. That was too. Like as a kid, that was a tradition for our family too. I'm trying to look at the note like all right, so let's go to the next one. How did you get into or learn about spring cleaning? And why is this a thing for you if it is?
So, as I just said, it's something that I learned growing up as far as like not just cleaning, because cleaning was like a thing we did on the weekends, but like literal a deep clean. Like um it literally just, like I said, it felt like out with the old, in with the new, clothes you can't fit no more. What are we donating? Um Everybody pitching in on a little something, whether it was a matter of like buying new things, like what's old that we're not using anymore, kitchen supplies, deep cleaning the carpet. I know my mom used to do that, like deep clean the carpet. um yeah, it was definitely something that I learned growing up, as far as like getting everything out and making everything feel like it's fresh. I think at one point we were also like getting rid of like books and toys we don't use anymore, like things that you're outgrowing as we're getting older as children. We grow out of things real quick, so it's definitely around that time we're getting rid of stuff, bringing new stuff. And yeah, especially with the toys, and a lot of them we didn't want to let go of, but like you don't need this no more. Get to somebody else that could use it more.
Yeah.
Some of those things we definitely want to hold on to, but I think as an adult, the reason why I continue doing it is, for me, it's good for my mental health. Like just cleaning out my space and making it smell good and feel good. So I think I mentioned this before too, as far as like spring is feeling like the start of a new. So in the springtime, that's also when I annually change my bed cover. I kind of change my bed covers in the season, so I wash them, but I change the whole set when it's a new season. So it kind of ties into that too, just a new different vibe.
So you learned about it from your mom?
Yeah, mom, grandmother. Yeah, but learned it at home as a child. Something that we did every day. Pretty sure my mother still does.
It was the same for me, learning from my family. Didn't think of Mace April showers bring Mace flowers or anything. I just knew that this was something that my family did, and then learned about, oh, other people families do it too. Okay, cool, that's exciting, whatever. But it was pretty much the same thing, more focused on I mean, I guess it was a growing up, it was an adult thing that they swept, mop, washed things down, painted the walls. Like we would get the brush and sometimes help, but I didn't. As a kid, I just saw that thing. Sorry, saw that as things that grown-ups did. But my duty was to go try on clothes or see what I didn't want anymore and put that into a pile, and then the stuff that I did want, it goes in there. But we're about to go shopping for new stuff or whatever. At a certain age, it became new uniforms, but
Right.
toys, little knickknack, hair accessories. Because my mom was big into barrettes and all that stuff. But basically, out with the old and with the new situation, and also trying to like buckle down. But that was always hard to buckle down because then you find new things to replace it with. The thing that was hard, like you said, was finding what to donate because you become so attached to these things. But what helped me to get rid of some things or give it away was I guess I can't say bullying, but things that's talked about at school. So like kids will say, "Oh, you still play with a doll, baby," or "You still got this," and they never knew that it was me. I had these things, but I just went home and said, "Mom, I don't want any more Barbie dolls." Because like my mom, I'm pretty sure she'll tell me like, "You don't like same thing you said. You don't need this doll, baby, anymore. You don't need that or whatever." But I kind of figured my mom too is probably the one that will let me phase out because I do know that like I got rid of a lot of my Barbie dolls, but I held on to some of them, but my friends did not know. And I went to church this one time, and it was a Barbie doll under the tree for like the Secret Santa thing, and it was for me. and I was so embarrassed because everybody was laughing like, "Who got a Barbie doll for Christmas?" And I was one of them laughing like, "Who got a Barbie doll?" Until I find out my mom told the person that I like Barbie dolls, and I was like, "Mom, I'm too big for Barbie dolls. Why you telling?" She's like, "Well, I know that you like them." Like, I had a Barbie blanket and everything, but that was not for the world to know. But it did. Other than that, like things like that did help me to like, okay, it's time for me to let go. But even now at this age, it helps me to when I'm spring cleaning, specifically clothes, when I'm getting rid of things, I'm giving it to somebody that I know. So I always like give it to one specific person is in my mind, but I can think of some others that I'll give it to them first, and then if they don't want it or can't fit it, then I'll pass it to like find somewhere to donate it to because I don't want anything that I once valued to like just be thrown in the trash unless it got a stain under the armpit or something like that. Like if I wouldn't want anybody to pass it down to me,
You're
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
pass
pass it
nobody else.
to anybody else. Yeah. Um, how do you go about spring cleaning?
I break it down week by week because I don't clean during the week. I only do it on the weekend. So I make a plan for myself. Like this weekend, I'm gonna focus on taking all of my winter stuff out of the closet and putting it under the bed, and taking all my spring stuff under the bed and putting it in the closet, like doing a clothes swap.
Yeah.
I pick another weekend to actually try on stuff or even look through my stuff to be like, I mean, I don't think this gonna hit me. I don't want this. Create space for me to actually try clothes on, but even see if there's clothes that I still even like or want to donate. Um, I even I'll even like I literally have to go through everything because the way that my room is now, because now I'm in New York and my room is so small, I have several bins I have to go through. I gotta go through my sweaters, I gotta go through my workout clothes and my lounge clothes, I gotta go through my spring clothes and my winter clothes. So it just the process just takes a little longer than I would like. But it is very helpful for me. Because then it helps me to figure out like what I really and truly need and what I can truly let go of. Because sometimes I be thinking, oh, I need to buy XYZ.
It ain't
like, girl, no, you don't. You got one right here.
It's no truly for
And
me.
then I'll be when I do a deep clean in my room, I usually find something that I've been wanting to that I forgot to look for. I was like, I can't find it. I find stuff that I thought was missing somewhere else. Like, I was looking for this. Damn, why my name out? Let me know this is where you was chilling. And yeah, that's really much the process as far as like my personal space, like really going through all of my stuff. And even most recently, I've decided that I'm going to start going through my books. As much as I really, really love my books, some of the books I just feel like I could possibly let go of. I'm a hoarder of books at the moment, and this is for the first time I'm actually going to go through my books and see which ones I want to donate. Making space for other books that I could add to my collection. So yeah, and I think for the first time, hired someone to come in and do a deep clean, which was nice as far as like the common areas in the bedroom, and then me just being able to focus on like all of my personal things as far as the deep clean for myself was very, very helpful. So I think might start doing it once a month, have somebody come in and get to scrubbing on the on everything.
Yeah.
It's actually was very nice and refreshing, especially after it was done and I came home and I was like, oh, it smells so clean, and I didn't have to do it. That was a nice luxury.
Yeah. Everyone who I've heard had cleaners come over, they've said the same thing. So I do look forward to hiring. Right now, I've never hired anyone to do cleaning. Either I do it in my own effort or I do it with another person. But I've never hired anybody. And I think, which I've heard people say this battle before, is for me, I like it's an activity for me too, and I just assume that nobody can do it like I can. Like this is a part of cleaning too, laundry. I hate doing laundry. Let me take that back. I enjoy the process of organizing and separating my clothes, putting it into the load, having it washed, having to come back and put it in the dryer and then take it out and then fold it and then put it somewhere. That's the part I don't like. Like the part of figuring out where this needs to go. Even though I had a home before, I forgot because I probably bought something new to replace it. And now I'm like, I don't know where to put these clothes. But I've done that, I think maybe twice or 3 times before. I had my clothes laundered and they don't fold the way that I need my clothes to be folded, or they don't not dry certain items that I don't like dry. So like that's the hard part. Maybe when I reach this certain fruition in life, I'll be able to have somebody that knows how I like my stuff washed and dried, come to my house and do it for me. But right now, that's gonna be something that I have to just get okay with folding my clothes. But uh, so right now, regarding spring cleaning, um, it's not like a family or household activity that we do together because there is this saying spring cleaning, but there's also throughout the year there's like cleaning that we do to make sure that it's always clean. You know, just try to keep things up. For me specifically, I find that I've never been pregnant, never had a baby or anything like that, but I'm always finding myself nesting. Like I know that my cycle is about to start when I'm like, oh my god, I need to hurry up and do my laundry, or I need like I'll like drop something on the floor, right? And then I'll get on my hands and knees to pick it up and I say, dang, these baseboards are dirty, and I'll go to the bathroom and get a rag and start scrubbing. Like I remember one time downstairs, I was like, this was some years ago. I was scrubbing the baseboards all around the whole house downstairs, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just scrubbing away, and there was nowhere around spring or anything. It's just like, so one of the questions was, is this an annual thing or just something that you do? I pay attention, I guess, more like, oh, that I'm cleaning. I'm trying to do things in the spring, but it's just something that I'm every month I find myself getting rid of something or, cleaning something because I think it could be overwhelming as one single person or even two people trying to maintain a house in one day or even a weekend when you have other things to go on too. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Opposed to you have a family where everybody has a role. Okay, little Peter's gonna sweep in, Molly's gonna mop, and this person's gonna do the dishes and sort through which dishes that you do or want. Everybody's gonna have their bedrooms. Like, like giving everybody a task opposed to just two people or one person. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's why for me, that's why I gotta break it up by weekends. I'm not gonna do it by every weekend. It's just me by myself. So it's like just creating a schedule of what I'm gonna get done when, because I definitely can't do it all in one day. I'm not gonna tire myself out. Why?
But regarding the clothes, I used to be the flip flopper person where like I would you heard the where I would like, okay, it's springtime, spring and summertime, I'll put my spring and summertime in my closet, and then winter time, swap out my closet. But that became a lot for me. So now I try to keep everything that's like no matter what time of the year, it's in my closet, and then the heavier stuff like big sweaters and sweatsuits and stuff like that are in my bucket because I don't really wear that stuff as much. So I can just go in and pull it out when I need to. I'm also trying to train myself and prepare for when I move into a new home because the home that I have right now, my closet is big. And I know when I move into like I have in my head I set for a old bones home. And those homes don't come with big closets. So like even though I would love to plan to change a bedroom into a closet to have a walk-in closet, I know initially I'm gonna have a small ass closet. So I'm trying to like keep in my head. That's one reason why I don't do the flopping. So I can like help myself to get rid of stuff too. Because that was one of the other things I just like I get so attached to things like, oh, I wore this to the Beyonce concert and I wore this to my graduation and like I don't want to throw those things away. So yeah. Anyway, I uh
What are you trying to say?
I guess it's the same as you, but I don't have a schedule. Like I don't have it written down or in my head either. To be honest, this day I'm gonna do this. This day I'm gonna do that. Like I just randomly, okay, I'm gonna vacuum. I'm gonna wash down the wall. I'm gonna like it just comes about whatever my eye goes on. I guess it goes back to I think I'm like talking too much, but it just goes to like it's not a specific in this month or at this time. This is my spring cleaning. It's just something I do throughout the year and sing because I'm rambling.
No, I was definitely about to ask you another question. I'm like, let's just go to the next one.
Yeah. We didn't answer the part of how do you go about it, but I assume yours will be music. Do you go through silence or
Absolutely, I can't do it silently. You know, I gotta turn on my jams.
Yeah.
Shoot, depending on the mood, I definitely. Today I was playing oldies this morning, little Michael Jackson, little Shaka Khan, you know.
I feel like
Be in the mood.
I feel like it has to feel like it has to be fun, not like a chore. It has to feel like an activity, not a chore. So I love having music on, dancing around, scrubbing like that. Opposed to just like dry. Like a podcast, music, something I can't have unless I'm folding clothes. I can't have the TV on because then I get so distracted.
That's true.
And I'm like, oh, I missed it. Gotta rewind or whatever.
Yeah, I only watch TV if I'm folding clothes. I'll be like,
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I can agree with that one. I do the same thing.
What's the biggest challenge for you for spring cleaning or cleaning in general?
The biggest
challenge. I'm a cleaning in general person.
Aside from wanting to do it, for me, it's the process of like letting things go. I've had, even when I was moving to New York and I had to go through the process, like everything can't come with me. What's gonna stay, what's gonna go. So I had to literally separate my things. Like, do I really need you? When the last time I wore these shoes? Like, but will I be able to bring them back? And I'm like, dang, but I might have a small closet space. So like literally having to go through the process of deciding like, all right, these only wore them a couple times. I'm gonna keep them. These, they my favorite, but they kind of run into the ground now. I can get another pair. I can get rid of these. So like literally going through the process and deciding what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to let go of, because and I realize I have a lot of clothes every time I wash. Because it seems like everything is fine when everything is in the dirty clothes. And then once I wash everything, it's like, I don't have any space for this. Where am I going to put it? So then it's like, all right, let me check to see like, how long have I had this? Does it have any holes in it? Is it something I need to get fixed, or is it something I can literally like just get rid of? Is it stained? Is it too small? Is it something I'm gonna grow back into? Because also, since as of late I've slimmed down a lot of my clothes don't fit. So it's also a matter of, do I hold on to it with the hopes of being able to fit it again? Or do I just let it go and replace, like see if I need to replace it based on what I still have in my closet, and what I'm still able to fit, especially when it comes to pants, because it's a struggle. It's a struggle. And then going down a size, it's like, yeah, I like a large t-shirt, but should I go back down to a medium? It's just stuff like that. So especially when it comes to like t-shirts, I love my t-shirts. I'm a t-shirt whore. So me trying to figure out if I'm gonna keep all these t-shirts and get rid of them, yeah, that process is the hardest for me. What to keep and what to let go. The cleaning itself is not a problem. I just got to build up the energy. But the process of actually like going through everything, see what I want. It's not even necessarily about what's in season. I don't care about that. It's a matter of, am I going to wear it? When is the last time I wore it? Can I fit it? Not really what's in season. I don't care about season. I don't wear what I want when I want to.
The cleaning up part is the easiest for me because it's something that I enjoy doing. But the letting go of things is hard because I've been in situations before where I tried the rule of, have you worn this in 2 years? Are you really gonna take it to a tailor? Are you really gonna get back down to that size or whatever? So I put it in a bag to donate, and then instead of it being donated, the person decided to keep some of the things for themselves. And then it's like, in this situation, I gave ideas like, oh, you can do this and that with the outfit. And it's like, dang, why didn't I keep it? Like, and I have regrets. Even like some bags that I gave away, and it's like, dang, why did I care about what other people think? Because I gave it away. It was a laptop bag, a Louis Vuitton laptop bag. And I gave it away because I was like, I don't know if it's a knockoff or not. And then I gave it away because of that, because I thought I cared about being judged for carrying the L and the V is upside down. Like I cared about what other people might think. So I was like, but then like afterwards I was like, dang, I should never gave that away. I like that bag, or I should never give away that garment. My mom bought me that, and I cherished it and I like it. I just gave it away because it didn't fit, because I was trying to make new space. So now, being older and finding myself in the space of, do I really want this, or those situations, I take longer now to get rid of things. And if I truly can't fit it, then I'll like, okay, let me give it away. Or if I know I ain't gonna spend money, like how much money does it take to go to the tailor opposed to how much it costs? Is it really worth going to the
Right.
tailor? Like I have to think a little bit more because I do like clothes. I do have a lot of clothes, but I don't see that as a fault because I enjoy wearing
Right.
clothes. I enjoy like I don't know, I just like always like clothes and shoes and stuff. And that was the hardest thing for regarding shoes. You mentioned shoes. If it's is it worn and like all those questions for me. A lot of my shoes weren't worn or tattered because I had so many, and like and a lot of them had the platform because I was buying them when I was in my 20s and when
Yeah.
I was in college, and that was in style. But then after that, it went to no platforms is a style, like just the regular stiletto. And for so long, I was like, dang, I should get rid of these, but I kept them because I was like, I paid money for these and I like them. And now look, they're back in style again. And
Ain't seen her wear a wedge yet. A platform yet.
I wore shoes yesterday.
I ain't seen her wear a platform yet.
Yeah, but I keep them. I don't know, like you say that, but it's difficult now because a lot of going out happens in New York, like where I was the student who wore shoes, high heel shoes on campus and like out to outings with my friends when I was in grad school. But since then, like I thought I would be the office lady with high heel shoes all the time, but I don't have that type of job. I try to like match with my clients and match with my coworkers, and we wear the social work shoes to work or like our Uggs and stuff to work. We don't walk around in our office with stilettos. If you walk around in my office with stilettos on, it's like you got a day after work. Like why you got those on? It is weird. Even when I wore them maybe twice to work in the whole maybe 4 or 5 years that I've been working here, it's like it felt weird. It's not
Cute today. I want
it does not go with that. And then you like walking around to your clients and got those heels on. It's just weird. It's weird to hear me saying it, but when you're in it, I'm sure my social workers out there, therapists. If you're a therapist, though, that's
if it's
different.
your style. If it's your style, go with your style of how you want to dress for work.
No, it's specifically for my job, what I do. Now, I'm gonna say if I worked in the office and my clients came to me, that's different. But I'm going to people's houses. I'm driving all day, like all this stuff.
You driving heels?
I'm driving all day. I'm walking up people's apartment steps, like all that stuff. No, I'm not wearing my stilettos. But back to what we're talking about.
You didn't answer my question. I said, do you drive in heels? You didn't even answer.
Yeah.
You do? I can't do that.
Yeah, I can drive
I
on my
cannot.
shoes. But because of the work that I do, I don't feel comfortable with wearing my shoes. Sometimes dresses, like if I know I'm gonna see a couple or a male client for my protection, because I've had things said, not at this job, but at other jobs before. I've had things said like about things, so we do be careful about what we wear to work, and it's just a lot that goes into it. So for that reason, I don't. But what I was getting to is a lot of my dates and activities and stuff like that don't happen in Jersey anymore. So I'm coming to New York. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how long I'm going to be walking with these shoes. One time I did do it, my feet was hurting so bad. So I did recently, thank you y'all, in April, I bought some more fast flats.
Put a fast flats in
Because they didn't fit. So I did buy my fast flats. So the last 2 dates or outings that I had, I was able to wear my high heels. So they will be out, y'all. So pay attention. Yes, I will be wearing my heels again and buying more fast flats because it's so convenient. Anyway, I forgot what the question was. We spent some time on the heels.
It was the biggest challenge.
Yeah, just like having a hold on things is the biggest challenge. But it does help, like getting rid of my favorite jeans that don't buckle. But I might think that I could lose weight, but I'm not really gonna lose weight. Let me
If
give
it don't
it.
buckle, it go in the back. It go.
But it goes in a specific bag. Like I have a bag. This is my bag for my little sis. This is my bag for the Salvation Army or something like that. Like I have, like I really, really love this, and I don't want to see it like worn the wrong way or mistreated or anything like that. So let me get it to her. Or I just bought this and I only wore it once, or I didn't wear it at all. I'm gonna give it to her. Cause I hold on to stuff too. Like I'm a reseller. I'll never resell anything. I'm gonna give it to her, and then this stuff that okay, she might not want this. So I'm gonna donate it. Or sometimes like I have family friends and friends who they send things to Haiti or they send things to back home where their family is or things like that. So I'll give it to them. Well, I know that's gonna go somebody who could use it, opposed to putting it in a dumpster thing. And I don't know where that stuff goes. Sometimes they resell that stuff or whatever. I don't know where it goes. So I just rather like know that my stuff that I once loved is gonna be loved.
It's true.
I feel like I'm womp. So what psychological benefits have you noticed with your own spring cleaning?
For me, definitely mental health. I think mental and spiritual. Mental because I am creating a space that is less cluttered. So when my space is less cluttered, my mind is less cluttered. I don't feel like I'm in a claustrophobic space. I feel like I've created new energy in my space. It like it smells clean. It looks clean. If I had the room, if I had the space, I would feng shui. I would flip my room. I've done that before. Like just changing the way that my furniture is arranged. I just don't have the space to do it. But if I did, I would definitely do that as well. Yeah, just creating like a space where I feel like I can breathe in that space, especially like being in and out of the house and just that exchange of energy that I bring into my space, just being able to clean it and feel like a fresh washing away of everything and having it feel and smell. This is brand new. Especially that's why I changed my comforter too. I changed like the vibe and the color in my room as well. So I have like my seasonal comforters that I put on my bed that also helps to bring in that new energy. My throw blankets, all of that.
You make me feel like a basic BITC. Because I don't like color. Like I'll look at other people's rooms and say, "Oh, this is so cute," but for me, I don't like color in my room.
It just depends on your vibe. I feel like I'm very like
my vibe is white.
I can't do white. I'll get it dirty. I cannot do white. I would get white dirty. I like nothing. I barely wear white pants or tops. Like I'll get it dirty. The only thing white I wear are shoes, and I really like to do that. Yeah, like my sneakers, white sneakers.
You wear white bra?
No, I've never owned a white bra. I have no reason to have a white bra. Where would I ever wear unless it's under like a really thick material? I see no reason unless I'm doing some sexy lingerie something. I have no reason to be walking around with a white bra on. You won't be able to see that white bra through my shirt. Black bra, brown and black bras.
I got a purple one.
Yeah, so yeah, I can't do white. But yeah, just switching up the energy. And then like what I also do too is I bring new things into my room. Like right now I have like what I call my affirmation wall. So I probably might add something new to that as like a reward for myself for actually getting through and doing the cleaning that I said that I was going to do. You know,
the affirmation is a reward?
No, the affirmation wall that I have in my room and buying another piece to go onto that wall.
Oh, I thought you writing a word of affirmation was a reward.
No, she know what I'm talking about. In my room, I have frames with different quotes.
I thought you meant like, I'm going to reward myself. Stay black and stay proud.
If that's what the frame says, if that's what it says on the frame.
Oh, buying something.
Yes, buying something to reward myself. No, buying something to reward myself for actually doing all of the cleaning and getting rid of the things that I was supposed to get rid of. So my incentive is adding something to my beautiful affirmation wall. So yeah, that's what it's mental and spiritual for me. Just feeling in a new space. I really wish I could feng shui.
If any of my space is messy, whether it's my work desk, whether it's the kitchen, my bedroom, my car is really never a mess, but my trunk feels a mess. My mind feels a mess, which makes my life, I internalize it as if my life is a mess. And I'm glad that I've learned what that feeling is, because then I'm able to look around and say, oh, I got laundry falling over like a waterfall. That's why I feel like that. Or my room is starting to look a mess, or the dishes aren't clean, or I got piles of paper on my desk. Maybe I should buy some more files, like, things like that. It really does help to not just clear my mind, but to freshen up my life. Because I really get to a point where I feel overwhelmed and like taken over. And when I can't pin it on why, then I check my Flow app and like, okay, it's not my period. What is it? It's my room. It's my dad's like, and I'm a Virgo, and that really matters to me. Like, I have to have things organized, like categorized. It really matters to me. So that it just throws me off. So it is a mental thing for me. Um, Smells matter too. Oh my God! Yesterday I got on a bus, and this guy, this guy was sitting on in the front of the bus, and I like to sit in the front because at night it just feels safer for me to sit in the front of the bus. And sometimes like the bus driver can't, quote unquote, can't see you getting off at the back. So I like to get in the front so he can see me that I'm trying to get off. Anyway, the guy was sitting there, so I didn't want to sit by him because he felt like he kept staring at all the ladies. But I went to the back; it was so stank, so I had to just sit back in the front. So it's like I'd rather be stared at than to have this the smell of this. So like for me, I like to open up my windows. I keep it cracked. My house don't smell like that. I just like I like it's all with like not just smells but like aura too, like your energy.
Yep.
Having guests in the house, having people that live with you, having their different things that they either took on the feeling at that time. Like you have to, for me, keep the window cracked to let all that energy make its way back out of the house once it comes in. I like my crystals in my space. They make me feel happy. Even though lately I haven't been giving it sun, you know, like when the new moon, I haven't been paying attention to that. But my white linens, I've had like in college I had a black, white, and pink comforter, and I had a brown and pink one. And I like that stuff, but in this particular bedroom that I have, I just feel like everything has to be white, and it makes me feel happy because it's like bright in my room, like it brings joy. I've been in rooms that are dark, and for those it helps me sleep when I'm in those dark rooms, but it doesn't like help me to wake up. Like how you said, soft music in the morning starts your day and makes you feel fresh. I mean, sorry, hype, hype, hype music helps you like start your day. Like me, the sun shining through my window and bouncing off of my white linens and blanket and birds chirping. That's probably why I like the white.
That works for me on the weekend. I'll be up before the sun. So, out, hit play. Let's go. We got to start our day. I think I hit play on music before I check my phone. I really do. I'm like, all right, power, Spotify, play.
It should be like a alarm that I wish dude I had a TV like that before. I don't know why they don't do them anymore, but you set your time. I mean, you set your TV basically it'll just turn on at a certain time. That would be good for you and wake you up.
But I still would have to tell it to hit play. I wish it did it on this phone. On my old phone, I just had music wake me up.
It
I
should
had
be
a playlist
like
that wake me up.
A system that says, "Good morning, Monie. Today is Friday. Blah 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 blah. 5:55 a.m. Turn on TV, like an Apple Smart Home system."
I'll be like, yeah, girl, go ahead and play that Tupac playlist. Let's go.
And she's like, "What did you say, Monie? You sound sleepy."
Play that Tupac.
I think what we didn't touch on about like spring cleaning or cleanliness at all is as an adult, I'm paying attention to other people's cleanliness too. Like every person's house, I take off my shoes. I try to take off my shoes, and I'm trying to get into a habit of with my yoga socks. I carry them because you're bringing in one energy from outside into a new space, and then tracking germs with your shoes around people's homes. I feel the same way about clothes too. Like it's really important to clean off your sofa or things that people are touching because people are putting outside air and all that stuff. Like it may sound OCD and like like that, but that's how I really am. Like I like to when I walk into my home transition out of my clothes. Like how you say you shower off the day. I like to come out of my clothes immediately, and if I can't shower immediately, then put on some house clothes.
Yep.
So that I'm not like walking around touching my furniture with my stuff that I set on other people's couches or whatever on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just becoming like a little adult.
Yeah,
now.
I know. When I was younger, I used to. I think it's just a weird habit of mine. I think I got this from my mother. Like I used to go to other people's houses and clean. Only people that only people that I was close to though. Like I would just be like, okay, I see your dishes ain't. I'm in the kitchen. Oh, your bed not made. Okay, yeah. Just I don't know why I used to do that. I honestly think I got it from my mother because we used to go over to other people's houses, and that she would start doing that. And
Yeah.
then it became a part of like what I did. But I only did it with people that were close to me. Like I can see like you need some help. So I'm gonna help you out while I'm here and help you get this done.
Yeah.
It was appreciated, but I was just like, I don't think this is something that I should be doing in someone else's space, which is why I only did it with people that I was close with, seeming as if they needed help.
Yeah, I'm the same way. But I forget what age I started to ask because I know some people could be offended by that too. One particular person, they'd be like, "Oh no, go ahead and do it." But so I would like do it, but then like I had some friends of different cultures or whatever that they don't like that. Like your guests don't touch anything. Even if I use a cup and I'm about to wash the cup, they'd be like, "No, please don't wash anything." So I always check in now, but before I'd be like, I'm not doing anything, you're doing whatever, let me just help you. So I was the same way. I didn't make nobody bed though, but
I did. That's all I did with people that I'm close to.
Yeah. Dishes, sweeping, mopping, like stuff like that. But inside the bedroom, I guess too, I never really go inside people's bedrooms. Like just the common space things that I will help. Or like maybe a baby's room. For family. But I wouldn't go into the adult quarters, I don't go into people's adult rooms.
No, I was no adult quarters.
Okay. Anything else for our hot topic segment?
That's it for me, baby.
All right, so we're gonna leave the cat and move on over to
dorm story. Oh, she really loved that, Morocco. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? In today's dorm story segment, we are going to be reading 10 questions to ask yourself during spring cleaning coming from hercampus.com. So without further ado, we're going to just jump in to question number 1.
I'm sorry.
The damn dang Morocco.
I really didn't mean it this time. I was trying not to have a Morocco in this segment.
So the first question is, what area adds the most stress? Something to think about. Second question is, how can I make this area more suitable for my needs? So you're thinking about the area, you're thinking about literally like the room, the kitchen, the bathroom, bedroom, like that's garage for some people.
But also the space within that space too. So like the right corner of my bedroom or this part of the kitchen, it could be that too, right? Like that space, not just the room.
Yeah, but I'm based off what it says on the article. It's just saying like it's impossible to declutter your whole house in one day, but start thinking of this as a long-term project and prioritize the areas that are most prevalent in your life.
My bad. I was thinking about like how could I reorganize this corner?
So just take one room and then you can break that down into pieces. So I guess that can be, how can I make this area more suitable for my needs? So you pick a space, you pick a space and you figure out how can I make this more suitable for my needs? Like how I was saying earlier about feng shuiing. Like I really, really want to do that, but I just don't have the space. But just figuring out like how you want to reconfigure the space that you're starting with, whatever it may be that you want to do your real deep clean in. Let's see. Once you pick the area in which you want to start decluttering, ask yourself how to make this area more beneficial for you. Keep in mind why you use that space and imagine the best and most effective way you can organize it. This area is your personal space and you need to take advantage of that. So especially like for people that may have an office, like that could be also a space that you want to put your focus on. Especially if you're not looking to spring clean the whole house, you might want to just spring clean on one area that you have.
It also sounds like it's good to come in with a plan too, and not randomly do things. I'm thinking specifically, I mean, shoot, people who flip their apartments all the time. People who have a space and they're like, okay, I want to change this into, I'm thinking of a garage or like an extra room into a gym space. Put a Peloton or something like that. But you might want to plan out that you want to put mats on the floor or put a TV right here. That takes planning because you have to order those things and then say, okay, we need to be able to strip the floor clean or whatever, that stuff first. Also like his and her, or her and her, his and his, office space. Like if me and Monie live together, we have 3 bedrooms because we don't sleep in the same room. But we have 3 bedrooms, and we want to change one of them to a common office space. Who's gonna sit on what side? Or what kind of lighting do we want in here? Like planning it out opposed to It sounds like more than cleaning, but resetting the room too.
Mm-hmm. Question 3. What do I never wear / use? Let yourself part with the things that have not been used. Don't hold on to them thinking that one day they will, because we both know that in a few days they will be back where you last put them.
I think with that, the thing that may help me too is thinking about style. Like I've been holding on for some things because I love it, or the memory that it brings back for me, or it will help me get to that body size that I want to be. But when I get to that size, is that going to still be in style? And I am a person who try to keep up with what's in style.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't even. That's like, if I can fit it and I like it, I'm gonna keep it. And this,
but I can't fit it. I'm just trying to say
right. And go ahead and put that in the bottle.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's something I can fit and I love it for sure, I'm keeping it. But if it's something that I can't fit and I'm holding on to it just because I'm hoping I can fit it like the way I want to, then I may as well chug it.
You should. Keyword should. Question 4. Have I ever used this item in the past year? Now, it says letting go of items is challenging. There's no denying that. But if you have not taken the time to use this item in the past year, there's a high chance that you will continue to not using the object. You need to become aware that you will learn to let things go and realize you need to set standards for the things you allow in your life. I like that, setting standards for the things that you allow in your life.
Mm-hmm.
If I haven't used it in the past year, it's gotta go BYE.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna really have to dive deep into it. I can't. Well, technically, you can't say past year because last spring I did wear this last spring, and if it fits and I like it, I'm gonna keep it. So technically, that is still a year.
But you liked it and you want to keep it. It's things that you haven't used.
But I'm just saying, I was thinking in terms of past year. So I'm like, yes, last spring is still technically last year.
Yeah.
So that's
But
I can keep those things.
I have someone who told me that their rule was 2 years. I think that's better. In the last 2 years,
I don't know if I can still fit things from 2 years ago. I
could fit a good amount of stuff from 2 years ago.
Okay, number 5. Is this item similar to a different item I use more?
That's a good one.
If you find yourself knowing that you use the other item more frequently, then it is time to let go of the item in question. Trust me, you do not need to own 4 plain black t-shirts. I mean, I think I do, because one might be in a dirty clothes, and I want to wear another black t-shirt this week.
The thing for me was,
especially if it's in good condition.
The thing for me was more not clothes particularly, but accessories. Like there was one point where I had maybe like 5 iPhone cases for the same type of phone, and then I had over 5, 6, 7 wallets, like all these. And at one point I was changing it, but now the older I get, like
you don't change it as
often. I don't change it as often. So do I really need all these Hello Kitty wallets?
No.
I don't even have this iPhone 6 anymore. I don't need this case. Like just getting rid of things like that. Dusters, which like the sweaters, the big sweaters and stuff that people wear. Like I just got rid of. I put it in the bag to get rid of. It ain't in nobody else's hands yet. But I'm finally getting rid of that because it's nice. I love it. It's comfortable. But I've not worn that in probably 5, 6, 7 years.
What size is it?
Probably a medium.
Let me see.
Okay. it's like a nice gold.
She's saying she wanted to go into the care of somebody that's gonna love it. Yeah. She knows I love clothes. So let me see if I can fit that.
Yeah. But like, so I'm not like with these questions, some of it is particular to some things, but a lot of it could be not just like your clothes. It could be something like even socks.
Yeah.
Like these socks soggy. Like you could buy
they busted and disgusted.
Yeah. Like it may not have a hole in it, but I can tell you why it more than 10 times.
It's time for some new socks.
Or
and socks are that expensive.
Yeah, like panties or different things that you have.
I started throwing those out too.
Yeah, like as you're buying new stuff, you can get rid of the oldest one that's in your drawer to make space. Like, oh, why do you need? You shouldn't need more than one drawer of pants.
Right. All right. Question number 6: does this item have a home? Every item in your home should have a place to showcase it or store it. If you're working in a stressful area, ask yourself, why does this cause stress in your life? Narrow it down to a reason, and if the reason is that there are too many items, then find a home for each piece.
The thing is, they have a home. It's the chair that's in your room. But that chair was purchased so that you can have a space to sit.
Not store your clothes.
So now you're losing the use of that chair because you're putting extra clothes on.
That's not the home. That's where it's sitting while it's waiting for a home.
That's vacation. It needs to come off vacation and get back to the home.
Right. Yeah. Every item should have a home, which is why a part of spring cleaning is me seeing what I can't fit and what I can and can't fit, and what's old and what's good enough to keep. Because I can't fit everything in my drawers, and I'm just like, all right, let me really go through these items and see what I'm gonna keep, what I'm gonna get rid of, because everything's not fitting in the drawer anymore. Yeah. Some of this stuff gotta go.
Another thing that doesn't have a home for me that I'm thinking is keepsake items. So my mom was big into like making albums for the family, or like keeping my picture I drew when I was in pre-K and a certificate of a perfect attendance from every grade. And it's like, do I really need these? Like this
Wait,
year,
so your mom's not holding on to them? She gave them to you?
She was holding on them for years, and then she finally gave it to me. Like, oh, do you want this? And it's cool to see as an adult, like, oh, this was my little birth hospital thing bracelet that I wore. My mom wore this one and stuff. Or, oh, I had good grades, or I was best this or that. But I don't need to keep this. Like, I can.
Why your mom give it to you? My mom did the same thing, but she had it. She literally has a file cabinet with each of our names on it, with all of our things in it. You could go through year by year. You could find report cards. You could find artwork. You could find whatever we've done. She has a file cabinet for days that you could just go through and sift through, and a box. Like I think she still got our teeth too. Not gonna lie. Our baby teeth, she kept it in a little jar.
So my mom and your mom did things differently, but for some things, my mom gave it to me. So like I know like some report cards and stuff. If she comes across things, she'll ask me if I want it. Some stuff she'll take back, like my picture of me and my brother. She's like, "Why you got that? That's mine." But I'm like, "Mom gave it to me." But anyway, like those things, pictures and like the bracelets, I definitely want to keep those. But some of the perfect attendance things, like in my report card, I don't need to. Honestly, I don't need that. Like, but some teachers would write like specific notes about me. That's more daring than to see like A, B, C, like those things. But like a specific note of like unique, like something really great, I'll keep that. So I want to work to get albums or a keepsake box to hold those memories.
The scrapbook.
Yeah, not just a scrapbook though. A scrapbook for that, but I'm talking about a photo album because remember I printed all those pictures.
Oh yeah,
and they don't have a home. They're on the floor next to the left side of my bed, sitting there inside the Shutterfly folder that it came in. And I told myself I was gonna get a photo album to start like keeping my memories, because I want to one day like have people come over and look through that, and not like, oh, let me see that picture and have my phone. I feel like we need to get out of those times. So yeah, those things don't have a home right now. I need to figure that out.
Number 7, are you unsure of the importance of this item? Sometimes we cannot make a decision right there and then if an item has let me say it again. Sometimes we cannot make a decision right there and then if an item has real importance. It is recommended that you seriously cannot decide whether or not an item is important or worth keeping, then put it in a box. Label this box as the maybe pile and store it in a place that will not be in your way, and come back to it in 6 months. See how you feel and see how you feel in 6 months.
It's a long term.
I mean, it is, but just make a note to go back to that box.
A whole nother
season. Go back to that box in 6 months and see how you feel about the item that you weren't sure about. By then, you might be like, why did I even keep this? So that's a good tip. Number 8 question is, will I regret letting this go? We all have items that have sentimental feelings attached to it, whether the item was given to you as a present from your ex or hold fun memories from the summer you are not ready to let go. Think to yourself, would you regret making this go, or would it take some stress off of you?
Or would you even remember it?
Right, would you remember even letting it go? I know I had some things from the past that I was just like, just even based on the person that gave it to me, I was like, I don't need to hold on to this. This can definitely go. But them shoes though. No, I got rid of the shoes too.
Any more tips?
We have 2 more questions to go. We have 10.
Oh, questions. I thought it was tips. Sorry.
Number 9. Do I feel obligated to keep this? Sometimes the sentimental value we place in our lives is because we feel obligated to.
Yeah.
But these items do not need or have a purpose. But these items, you may not need or have a purpose for them because they have been stored in the attic for 2 months or so. So it's like even like the items that were in that box for 6 months, you go back to them and then realize I actually don't feel obligated to keep this thing. So I feel like a combination of those two questions to ask yourself. If you're not sure whether to let go of it or not, put it in that box. See if you feel obligated 6 months later.
I think the obligation can come. I'm thinking about family or like people in your life too. Like, I'm keeping this picture because my client gave it to me, or I'm keeping this drawing because my goddaughter gave it to me, or I'm keeping this heirloom object because my great great aunt gave it to me and her great great grandma gave it to her. Like, it's something passed down. So I feel like I can't get rid of it because I'm carrying something that was sentimental in a certain type of way. So I think, like, it was hard for me. I don't know if I still have it or not, but every time I keep picking up this T-shirt that I purchased for my nephew because he was doing like tie dye, and I barely wear this shirt. But I'm like, he made this shirt and it fits, but I don't wear it.
Yeah.
Like, does that fit into the rules? That's one of my shirts that I just keep putting back because I'm like,
he made it for you.
He made it for me, yeah.
Yeah,
and it's a cool shirt. I just don't wear it.
I actually have a keepsake box of like just a bunch of random things that people gave me, cards of like notes, pictures, birthday cards, like little knickknacks and things. I have a keepsake box for that. And I just add to it continuously. Like, I still have my lanyard from the film festival from college, like a bunch of stuff from college is in there. My Paul card is in that box, like just literally a keepsake box with memories that I have from things that from certain events that I went to that I want to remember over the years, ticket stubs that I still have. I literally just have a box of the most random things, but they make me happy, which is why I keep the box. And when I'm feeling a certain type of way, sometimes I can just sift through that box and be like, "Aw, I remember that. Aw, so happy I still kept that." So if you don't already have one, and you have some things that need a home, make a keepsake box. That'll be a good thing to add.
I have two. I had one when I was younger. My mom bought me these boxes. They're like, one is pink with stripes and one is blue with stripes. And one box was like my Sweet 16 box. So I had all the little roses that I gave out, the pictures from my Sweet 16 that didn't go into the scrapbook, my flowers, the pillow that I carried, that my shoe was carried on, like all the little knickknack stuff from my Sweet 16. But then when I went through, I was like, I don't need 2 roses. I don't need, I cut it down because I had every single thing that was left over from my party in there. And then I found duplicate pictures. I didn't need, I butted it down. So then now that Sweet 16 box is also my, the thing that you wear on graduation day, like the kente cloth thing is in there. Pictures from camp, like memories of different parts of my childhood is all in that box. And then I take the other box into my shot glass box. First, I like to keep shot glasses in. When people found out that like everywhere I wanted to collect shot glasses, they started getting them for me. So I have over 40 shot glasses. So I keep them in I don't use them. I just like to keep them. So that's my shot glass box. Yeah. So yeah, I have a box too. I think it's cool. You'll keep everything organized.
And then closing it out with the last question: does this item spark joy?
Yes.
If anybody's ever seen Tidying Up with Marie Kondo on Netflix, then you know exactly where this term comes from. But just to give you a little bit more, it's basically going through your things and deciding if this item makes me happy. There is no reason to let go. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong line. If the item sparks joy, it is fulfilling a purpose by being in your home. Then they are doing precisely what it's supposed to do. There is no reason to let go of those items. But often some things are meaningless, invaluable, or taking up space that does not spark joy for us because of that. Those are the items to let go of during your spring cleaning filled with decluttering. So just figuring out whether or not this item makes me happy. Is there a point to me keeping this thing? Whether it's something you want to put in a keepsake box or put in that box that you want to come back to in 6 months and really decide whether or not it's something you want to keep, or something you decide on the spot, like, I definitely don't need this, especially since I have 3. I can get rid of 2. So going down the line and deciding how you want to declutter for your spring cleaning. If there are some tips or things that you enjoy doing during your spring cleaning, let us know. Put it down in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going. I'm sure everybody does some things differently and focus on different things when it comes to spring cleaning. Maybe you just worry about cleaning the walls, windows, and baseboards. But whatever it is that you do, we would love to know, and let us know if any of these tips sparked an interest for you. Alrighty, so with that being said, we are now going to head on over into the announcement. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of True Carpet, hosted by your best friends, Yaskis, and Monie.
Whoop whoop.
Yes, and shout out to everybody who's been calling Monie Mimi.
Please
You're
stop.
the best.
I'm not trying to let this thing become a thing, okay? Like what?
I like it. It's cute. Okay, so our first announcement is our question of the month for this month has been, if you were a cocktail, which would you be and why? Let us know. If you want to make up your own cocktail, if you like a signature cocktail, drop it down in the comments below on Spotify, YouTube, or Instagram, or Facebook. Yeah,
yes, let us know. Let us know what you mix together to make a you, okay?
Jesus. And our next announcement is...
Oh goodness. Speaking of adding comments, reviews can also be added on all platforms. So if you are commenting on our videos, commenting on our posts on Instagram or Facebook or on Spotify, letting us know what you think about the podcast, please leave us a review and let us know what you think. Us hearing from you is very, very important to us, and we very much appreciate it. So when you feel inclined to do so, just let us know how you are feeling about LoveLoudd and the things that we are doing. Are we sparking joy in you? Okay.
Oh my God. Speaking of spring cleaning, speaking of our last episode about mental health and sex therapy and depression and all these things, we are now in Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
So shout out to all the therapists out there, social workers, counselors, all my friends, all the people that went to school with me. Shout out to us, y'all. This about us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, mental health therapists unite. Unite.
Yes, and speaking of this whole entire episode, Mental Health Awareness Month is the perfect time to jump into some spring cleaning and decluttering your mind. Even if it's not you physically cleaning, what are some ways that you think that you can mentally declutter?
Free your mind.
Don't be so shy.
Yes. Yes. So that could be something that you do, a coping skill.
Yes.
You can go riding a bike outside. You can go skating.
Nice.
You can speak to a therapist. You can find a friend that you can speak with. You can have some me time. Sit on the left side of your bed with the comforter on, phone in hand, TV on, to clear your mind. That all, whatever how you see.
Right. Or blast music as soon as you get up in the morning to start your day.
Yes. Twerking in a circle.
Twerking in a circle.
Whatever
at 5 a.m.
Yes. Whatever helps your mental health. Shoot. It's 5 o'clock
what
somewhere.
You need to do for you, boo.
Yes. My last announcement
is the fact that last episode we were confidently wrong in Mother's Day being May 8th. It was actually this past Sunday.
I was following,
which is May 14th. Don't ask us how we ended up saying May 8th. No clue, nowhere, no how. But anyway, we're going to do it once again and give a shout out to our loving mothers. Mama, you know I love you. All right, so that being said, shout out to our mothers. Mother's Day have just passed. Oh, and an extra special shout out to my mama because her birthday just passed and she just graduated. Boom, bada bing, bam. I'm so proud of you, girl. Shoot, superwoman out there. That's a super mama right there. Love you. That concludes this episode of Truth Carpet.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Truth Carpet with your besties, Yaskis, and Monie.
Season 4, episode 7 is now a wrap.
Yes.
And we'll be back in your ears in
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Stay black.
Stay proud.
Yes. And stay our bestie.
That too.